Folks, good morning. Today is the release date for a game I've been looking forward to for some time. Today is going to be the day we play the game that just came out today, the game that is Vampire the Masquerade Swansong. Which, truth be told, I have not kept too much up with since, when it comes to games I like, right? Games that interest me, that I want to play. I make sure that I learn absolutely nothing about it. Because I want to experience everything fresh, you know? So, why don't we put this nice ambient music on pause for a second and start things off with what exactly is Swansong. I'll turn on the trailer. And then you all will know exactly as much as I know.
Peggy 18.
Because the trailer is the most I've seen, right? Give me the trailer and then lock me out for the next month.
And subjects, thank you all for coming. We're gathered here to celebrate the unification of Boston and Hartford. One new domain, strong, safe, and united in upholding the Masquerade.
Gives me time
Tonight,
to make some last minute tweaks.
We rewrite the story of the Boston Camarilla. Tonight, we revolutionize our blood supply. A new era is upon us. Raise your glasses with me. Out with the old, in with the new.
How long is
Let
this?
the party begin.
Minute 30? Oh, there's guns? I thought this was gonna be a mystery novel thing. See how little I know. How exactly fresh we're going into this. Anyway, that's the trailer. And that is the most I've looked at this, because I want to go in fresh, right? So pretty much all I know is that as a Big Bad Wolf game, this is the same people who made the Council. If you guys remember back from then. And the Council, right? The Council I adored up until the end. Because the mystery was great, right? The setting in which you're in a secret society thing, and you're having to draw from like history and mythology and even art history, and a bit of like biblical interpretation and symbology. That was cool stuff. That kind of fell apart at the end though, which is a shame. Even the demon stuff, right? Spoilers. But it turns out the secret society is demons. Even that stuff was alright, but it's just the final bit that just kind of fell apart. It's just lost its energy. So going into this, I was like, alright, this is cool. It's been a few years since the Council, and the Council, for the most part, was a pretty good game. So how's this going to be? A new game for the Council devs. I've only given a little bit of tweaking around the settings. Because it literally just came out today, right? So, downloaded it, installed it, and on Comcast that takes a while to download. And only had a little bit of time to like go through, start a new game, do like the introductory stuff, see how the audio levels work. Turns out for this game it's one of those. It's one of those, right, where if you alt-tab out, the music stops, the game keeps going, but the sound stops. So it's pretty difficult to accurately get a good read for the audio level. But the one thing I've learned so far is that this is a very quiet game. Hold on. Hold on. See, I unmuted my laptop so I could hear how it sounds on stream. On the computer, I hear nothing. If I turn the volume all the way up, I hear music. If I unmute the laptop and turn the stream on, it's dead silent. So I think I want the volume a bit higher. Now bear in mind, right, I only gave it a few minutes of testing to be like, okay, let me adjust OBS for the audio balance. So I can't say that I got an accurate read for how the sound balancing is going to be later on. But the intro, at the very least, appears to be very quiet. Very hush-hush whisper, followed by loud loud bang, then hush-hush whisper. And even more hush-hush music. So I'm hoping that with the OBS settings, and cranking the master and the music and the voices way up, that maybe it'll be audible. If not, we could always adjust later on, right? As long as it can be heard later. Everything else should be alright. Max is cool. Brightness. Oh no, what have I done? Reset, reset. Okay. Oh, but that resets everything! Not just the active one. Crank it. Crank it, crank it. Oh, there you go. You gotta hold it to apply it. Well, see, there you go now. You can actually hear stuff. Now I could test with OBS. As the music stops. Come back, music. Come back, come back, come back, come back. Because my OBS audio bars were set for the default audio, which is very quiet. Where's that crescendo? Set a bit in the greens. Gotta do some setup first, and then we'll jump into the game, I promise. It's a bit light green, but this feels like a softer spot. Alright, alright. It's louder than when I tested the game earlier, so see how this works, adjust if needed. Continue is literally just introduction. Didn't even get to a part where like there's gameplay, right? I just got to a part with voice to see like what the audio level for voice was. So at this point we're just gonna jump right in then, huh? We gave it a preamble. Introduce the game, its lineage with its devs. So just gonna hit new game, and from here on, gonna be fresh for all of us. Overwrite the data, go for it. Princess Quarters, Chapter 4, 2019. 2019, when the Council was released too? So could this be canon, not to the Council, but to the Council's development? Vampires walk among us. Unknowing, we built their cities, fought their wars, and sated their hunger. For centuries, these creatures have been organized into rival sects, the largest of which is a Camarilla. You can actually hear sound now, right? When I set this earlier, it was dead quiet on the defaults. In its domains, Camarilla courts enforce a masquerade, a global conspiracy hiding the existence of vampires in the mortal world. Breaking the masquerade is punishable by the final death. In Boston, vampire factions have long been at each other's throats. After much conflict, Hazel Iverson, the new prince, has sealed a fragile pact with a group of blood sorcerers, known as the Hartford Chantry. This alliance will not only provide stability to the domain, but will hand the prince the blood trade. The trafficking of blood and mortal victims that serve the needs of the vampire elite. Tonight, the undead will celebrate.
I'll just get this going. There, ready. We're all set.
Checking bars quick.
To begin, tell me, what do you see?
I don't know.
Okay. Try this. Focus on your vision.
The audio bars in OBS don't give like the full picture of how a thing actually sounds, but it's a good visualizer.
No, it's too late. It's too late now.
I'm not sure if we're seeing flashbacks here or flash forwards. Because Pretty Guy looks familiar, doesn't he?
Did you feel it too?
Take your stuff. We're getting out of here. We've got a problem.
Call them back.
That's Everson. Like I said, I know nothing. Going into this completely blind. So all I really know is like the 3-player characters, right? Beyond that, complete blank slate, full tabula rasa.
What's going on?
It's the prince. We must go quickly.
Come on. Damn it. Hurry up. Calm down. Maybe it has nothing to do
Rebellious
with the
star.
party. You know full well I was in charge of it. If anything goes wrong, it's my head on the chopping block. Fuck. Damn it! It took Hazel months to convince the Hartford Chantry to ally themselves with us. So they finally accept, and then bam, a code red. There's never been a code red in Boston, damn it! This has gotta be bad, MM.
Oh cool, dialogue time. Alright, tutorialize me. In dialogue, some matches require the use of your skills compared with that of your opponent. Higher rate wins. Cannot use a skill of 0. Alright, and 12 willpower is my ammo. If opponent wins, you gain a few willpower at the end of the dialogue. What does that mean then? I gotta be tactical. And allow my opponent to win every once in a while. Give them the ego booster to fill my own willpower. Okay. If I read this right, MM has 0 persuasion. But 2 psychology? So giving us the not real choice at first. Tutorialize and show us like a bit of the mindset of the characters, this person we play as. Psychological insight, but not so much a persuasion. Oh, she's got nothing to hide.
It's not like you had
Cool scarf,
anything
though.
to do with it. I'm sure.
You don't get it. I was in charge of organizing the party.
But security is Jara's problem.
Yeah,
normally.
except Jara is a member of the Primogen. I'm not.
But you're a harpy. The prince will cover you. You know she's always looking for an excuse to take him down a notch.
We'll see.
What do we do next?
When everyone's safe, we move on to phase 2. We clean house.
What's the code red? We clean house, change the subject. I'm going to assume these are free then? Fill us in. What's the code red?
Did you say this is the first code red in Boston?
Ever since the fall of London, protocol is no longer a laughing matter.
The fall of
Whatever.
London? This is
They've been
canon to
harping
fail
on
better
that
games?
for 4 years now. They took away our internet access. Our smartphones.
It's called risk mitigation, that's all. A code red is an alarm signal that's sent to everyone to say, watch out, we're all in danger. And everyone runs to shelter at the nearest safe house. For us, it's with the prince. It could have been worse.
I'd have preferred worse.
You're not even listening to me.
Okay, then what's clean house?
What do you mean by we clean house?
Getting rid of our archives, our documents, anything that might betray our network and relationships.
Okay, change the subject then, those were exhausted.
What comes after phase 2?
Just pray that it never comes to that.
Come on, tell me.
We run, we leave everything behind, and we go into hiding, as far from here as we can.
There's no way I'm leaving Boston. Everything I have is right here in the city. It took me years to build my clubs. I've worked too hard to give it up now.
You won't have a choice. I know you hate coming here. Are you gonna be alright?
What do you think? I know how to behave, Jay.
Yeah, I know. Just keep your cool and it'll be fine.
I sympathize, but there are really better places than Boston. Could rebuild better.
My little darlings, you're here at last. The fear that something horrible had happened to you terrified me.
No call for theatrics, April.
The prince asked to see you as soon
Hold
as
on,
you
that's a tab
arrived.
key, isn't it? Oh, neat. We could check background lore on people. So who am I? MM Luis, right? Date of embrace, 1929. There is a lot to read through. I don't mind reading stuff on stream, but there is a lot. It's just cool, it's fine. $19.99, dang, brand new. What else do we have? We got a codex for more lore. Oh, I don't got anything in these. Oh wait, no. This is holding me up with a tutorial. Got it, got it. Okay, alright. I'll check Wikipedia later.
I wouldn't dilly-dally if I were you. As for you, Journey, someone's triggered a code red. If anything has happened over there, I'll hold you personally responsible.
Vampires have supernatural abilities, usually inherited from their clan disciplines. Some disciplines can be used in dialogues. As with skills, a high-level wins, not all disciplines available to all vampires. Some mortals may possess certain powers, although most have no defense against disciplines. And discipline generates hunger. Okay. So more than one ammo pool. With more than one consequence. Hunger has a value that cannot be exceeded. This limits a vampire's use of the powers. A vampire at their hunger limit risks losing control, attacking and feeding on the closest mortal. Alright. Interesting. Success 0 on both. Can I back Journey up? Flatter April? Can I back her up? I can't, can I? Grayed out means no, I cannot. Okay, flatter April. Failure!
You know, back in the day, nobody could bat an eyelash without you knowing about it. You must know exactly what Jay is being blamed for, don't you?
MM. My dear MM. I adore you. Really, I do. But darling, please. You're way out of your league here. This alliance with the Hartford Chantry is crucial.
We are being
Princess
trounced by
Orange,
somebody who's only been around for
can't get
20
rid of her over
years.
What does this have to do with Jay?
She was in charge of the whole thing, for goodness sake. Listen, both of you.
Trade game?
From now on, I don't want to hear another word out of either of you. The prince is furious. Journey, you're coming with me.
I don't see why.
And as for you, Hazel wants to see you. Right now.
Alright, let me see. Hold on. It said trade gained. MM Luis is Toreador? Traits are positive or negative effects. Influence ability of the character in question. Only revealed once earned. Result of an action, a choice, or a consequence. Hunger level. Also confers temporary traits. Oh, cool. Suspicion. Suspicion rating creates more negative traits that increase the difficulty faced by the characters. Okay, and I'm intrigued. I'm an unreliable agent. I draw too much attention to myself and others. Or just inept. Won't impress any of my peers with a reputation like this. Has encountered others more powerful than her. For now. Study to strengthen her mind for future challenges. What's this? Minus 10? Is that a minus? Minus 10 to the next experience cost? For the mental attribute? Oh, cool. What are my talents? Increase my abilities. Tie to specific action. Repeat these actions to unlock the tiers of the talent. Neat. What do I have then? Rhetorician. Use a rhetoric skill to increase effectiveness. Plus 10% chance success rate to the tie. Neat, neat, neat. Feed from a rat. Feed on prey killing it, feed on prey without killing it. I have controlled and beastly hunt options. Complete a quest without having hunted any prey. For max hunger and max hunger. Okay, we'll get to these, I suppose, when the game gets there. For now, free control.
It's gonna be a long night.
There's no run button, is it? They
Miss
don't want me
Lewis.
to, like,
Welcome.
sprint around the prince's quarters, huh? Snoop around everywhere. Gotta find secret clues and puzzles to the secret society.
Who's she, Caleb?
MM Lewis.
She smiles like a toreador.
Letters etched in bold right upon her teeth.
What about that bearded guy who's swallowing his bile?
Dejan Siaka.
A Tremere warlock, then?
Keep him at a healthy distance. With a sideward
Gil.
glance, he could make the blood in your veins boil.
Is court attendance usually this sparse?
I am enjoying Caleb's delivery in particular so far. The two kind of vampire performances I really like are excessively hammy and excessively gravelly. Usually more of us? You know what? The previous dialogue options had like some icons on the left, and then changed the subject to none. So maybe for this one, it's only one option to take. Usually more of us? Everyone should have been at the party? She's talking too much. They should have been at the party, maybe.
We should have all left by now.
Are you worried about the Code Red?
I'd hate to be Caius right about now.
Why?
He's second honcho of house security.
Maybe not gravelly,
This
but what's a better
promises
term
to be
for
a
it?
busy night.
I know what you mean. It's one thing to
Not
have been
quite
told
smooth,
that
not quite
the
gravel.
Nosferatu don't age well. It's another thing to see it for yourself.
It's by no fault of their own.
Do you think you'll
Husky?
be able to ask the prince tonight if you can embrace me?
No. Now is no longer the time.
Husky voice might be right.
And he is your child?
Mr. Beryl Underwood.
Disbelief. Yeah, I got old kids, so what? A real shark. One of the members of the Primogen. I don't want to talk to her about it. Nah, be confident about it. He's a real shark. Be proud of a child.
He is tortured by a demon. We all have one. The beast that preys upon him is a love of money. If someone held a stake to his heart and cried your money or your unlife, he'd ask you for some time to think it over.
It's his greed, then, that cost him your favor?
Everything about him was disappointment.
Ouch.
Never forget.
Forget proud of the child.
Sport is a chessboard. We are monsters, and we sacrifice pawns. If you want to be a major piece, then behave accordingly.
But
Nothing can happen to you here. We're in the prince's house. She must be finished by now. Wait for me. This won't take long.
It's out of the question, MM. I won't let her get away with this.
All right, calm down, Dijon.
Where's Journey?
What's it to you?
Don't start with me. She was in charge of the party. She has to take responsibility for this.
Leave her out of it.
It's too late for that. Don't waste your time covering for her. She's not a kid anymore. I haven't heard from my child, and no one's able to get through to them over there.
Go on then. Go and save Imani and stop wasting your breath.
There
Also, the
are
confidence of
rules.
this outfit.
Need I remind you?
Business up top, party on the
We're all
bottom.
stuck here.
You're such a good boy.
You'll never change.
Dijon!
What? Oh, come on, Hilda, she needs to grow up.
leave us.
I don't need your help.
Mem, please.
Stop calling me that.
I was worried about you.
You still haven't moved on, have you? You're always getting in my way.
Lower your voice. People are staring.
New tutorial, focus, to temporarily increase the skill by 1 or 2 levels. I think the council has a similar mechanic, didn't it? Items you could use to boost up temporarily, but limited per chapter. The more you increase your focus, the more willpower costs increase. To be focused, a skill must have a minimum score of 1 point. Disciplines or knowledge cannot be focused. You cannot focus your abilities beyond the point of just studying more. So increase the skill 1 or 2 levels. The more you increase your focus, the more willpower cost increases. Middle mouse button? Mouse wheel up or down. Ah, okay, I see that. I thought I meant like tap middle mouse button. And you know how I feel about middle mouse button press in. Not up? Not down? Not pressed in? Okay. If middle mouse button isn't going to work, what about? What if we make it increase, decrease, thumb button 2, thumb button, oh, I said hover over first. So up down would have worked. Okay. It's alright. Early game, gotta get used to it. If skill or discipline level's the same, outcome of the conflict uncertain. Alright. Then sure, rhetoric. Put up a rhetoric stat. Does she know anything about the code red? Which does bump it up to willpower 5. A whole 5 willpower though. Which is precisely why I use these sparingly in the council. Always get greedy about my points. Does she know anything? No, couldn't do it. Failed. Opponent can also focus their own skills. Oh no, it goes both ways now. Unlike you, focus only allows them to increase their skill by 1 level. Okay. Risk of opponent focus is represented by percentage. More aggressive you are, the more risk of opponent focus increases.
Do you know what this code red is all about? You're in the Primogen. You must know something.
I'm in the same boat as the rest of you. Apparently, it was from one of Moore's retainers. That's all I know.
Who's that?
Jason Moore. Don't you remember him? He's the human who manages our interests when the sun comes up. He handles our assets, errands with the banks.
What does he have to do with this?
I don't know. It now seems that Miss Hazel Iverson, the mighty Prince of Boston, is no longer on speaking terms with the Primogen. As if now were the ideal time.
She asked to see me. Do you know why?
My best guess is that she'd like to talk to you about Journey. Of course.
Like
I
the
always
band wants to
warned
talk
you that
music.
girl was trouble.
Yeah, sure. I've gotta go. Hazel must be upstairs. I'd better hurry.
What about Jara? I haven't seen her.
Councillor
I can't
Drury
run.
is not here, nor is Dr.
They've
Gunn.
all got such long
Mr. Leto's
faces.
teams are trying to reach them, but
Nobody's answering?
Is that Odo?
no.
No, that's not Odo. Answer the Christian summons. I could talk to folk if I want.
Shitty night, huh?
Or not really.
You're wasting time.
Sorry, that's not possible.
Oh, can't talk to him. How about you, Mr. Working on your beeper?
Hey, Abby.
Hey, MM.
Lever or probe? What does she know about the code red?
Abby, do you know what's going on?
I'm sorry, but I can't.
Please? I feel like I've been plopped down in the middle of a minefield.
Can't? It doesn't
There
mean...
are rumors about Journey. Rumors about how this is all her fault. Did you know that Jay was in charge of the party?
Shit. I bet she's gonna take the fall for whatever happened.
I don't think she's involved, but we've got to be on our guard.
But didn't we talk about this? In charge of party does not mean in charge of security.
Ma'am, we haven't seen you here in ages now, have we?
Cause the code red. And out of here as soon as I can.
It's not like I'm doing everything I can to stay the hell away from here.
Blunt and to the point, as usual. With a bit of luck, your suffering will be over soon. How's
That
business
sounds like a
these
threat.
days?
Why? You want to invest?
Don't tempt me.
I haven't got the rhetoric for it. Even if I boost, if I focus. Alright. But then again, use of skill levels up the skill, right, eventually? Is it only for successes, or does failures work too? Either way, I've only got a limit to how much willpower I have, so maybe hold off for the time being. Clubs aren't profitable enough for him.
I'm shocked to think you put so much as a penny into one of my clubs. They don't bring in enough for your taste, Beryl.
You're right. I'm not interested in them. Now, if you don't mind, I'd like to be alone. I'm waiting for Caleb.
Now where are we going? Elevator, maybe? Because you're gonna bar me off too, right?
Miss Lewis. Sorry, ma'am. You can't come through here.
Bars me off there too. But buttons work. To the prince's floor?
What a shitty night. Hazel must be pissed.
And nobody's here fun to talk to? Worst party ever?
What the hell could she want with me?
It looks like we're now in the Evil Within hospital. Stable seer time?
Is everything okay, Mom? Penny for your thoughts?
Nothing, Pumpkin.
Oh, we're a mom.
What were you saying?
You saw pictures again? You're not going back to the Institute, are you?
No, don't fret.
Institute is. An asylum where members of the clan could seek treatment.
I'm gonna stay here with you now.
I don't like it when Richard takes you away.
He's my psychiatrist. He's helping me so I can be with you.
Mom has a little trouble sometimes, remember?
I see things that haven't happened yet. And I forget others.
Yes, I know. And you have to slumber so you can rest all alone sometimes. But 3 years was too long.
Mr. So Much, also. Mr. So Much won't be separated again. Not gonna make any promises that I don't know if I can keep. Be positive, we missed you too, little one.
It seemed like an eternity without you.
I missed you too, Mom.
I need my sweet little monster.
Mom? What's going on? Why does everybody look so upset?
I think something serious is happening. I'm worried. I still haven't seen Richard. I looked for him so he could explain, but he can't be found.
So, what do we do now?
I was told to wait here because Hazel wants to see us.
There are grown-ups coming, and your mother needs to talk to them.
Oh, then I'll go hide, because grown-ups talk to me too much.
If you want, sweetie. But don't wander off. Go on.
Show me what you do to make sure no one spots you.
Okay, here I go.
Not to disparage the game too much already, but child voice isn't one of the strengths, is it?
Hey, MM.
Oh well.
When did you get out?
Just tonight. Hazel wanted to see me.
That means she's extremely worried about the situation.
That, or she's a major drama queen.
Doesn't realize it's a serious situation. Should show the prince more respect? Maybe. But maybe she doesn't realize the seriousness.
You shouldn't make light of the situation, believe me. There aren't many of us who have experienced a Code Red and survived.
Thanks for the heads up, Professor Bazori. First Siaka, now you. Why won't anybody give me a break tonight?
Maybe you asked for it.
Or maybe if you behaved in a manner more appropriate to the circumstances and our setting, then you'd better understand why everyone is so nervous.
It feels like both options would have laid in on her. He's got no business lecturing me. But Dejan asked for it, he kinda did. He kinda did, strutting up with his shorts plus suit jacket combo, just to hassle us. He shot first, alright, Caleb?
Siaka jumped down my throat. Was I supposed to let him take his nerves out on me? No, I'm sorry. That's not how things work, Bazori.
We must all remain calm and accept any help we can get, even from the most unusual sources.
Was that help? Because that wasn't help.
Coming from a blue blood. At least your certainties come from a more solid source than a prophecy from a child of Malkov.
You don't know what you're talking about.
All I'm saying is that whatever the problem is, your hallucinations aren't gonna help us solve it.
Ouch. This time it's different. And Mem can believe whatever she wants, I don't care. To speak a confidence of the self. Or to brush her off entirely. Do these choices wonder I matter? Now, speak in your defense.
We're all in danger. When I awoke, I sensed a threat everywhere, all around us. I've never felt anything like it.
Please, explain.
It was as if we were all going to disappear into chaos. But you're probably right. It's just Hazel and her flair for the dramatic.
Only time will tell.
Good evening, ladies, sir. The prince shall see you now.
Luis? Choose a profile. That focuses on knowledge? Oh, I see. Investigator focuses on knowledge and skills that allow you to uncover, extort, or steal information, jack of all trades, improving attributes and large selection of skills. Maximum number of interactions, but less mastery. But less mastery means a lesser number of interactions then. Veteran, dialogue skills, physical attributes. Use aura in conversations, free. No pre-attributed points. Interesting. Maybe I'll stick to one, given profile. For this inaugural playthrough, just go with it. Or maybe go free and assign points as I want. So who is Amam? A diva who lights up Boston's night. Bringing light into a world of darkness can be perilous. Knows this but doesn't care. What does that sound like then? Investigator? Jack of all? Veteran? Dialogue and physical? Master of none? Undercover? Extortion? Information theft? This isn't a commitment, is it? If I go free, could I back out? As I've ever seen, previously earned experience points can be spent to improve a character's abilities. Divide to two areas, character sheet and discipline sheet. Attribute, expected words, come on. I know it's a Thursday, but still. Come on, tongue, behave. Attribute affects a specific skill and discipline. List of skills and disciplines. Attributes increase the chance of victory in the case of a tie. Improve them also decreases the willpower cost of focus. Knowledge do not have a willpower cost and cannot be improved by focus. Discipline sheet contains disciplines the character possesses. Experience points invested in discipline increases the level. Provide additional powers. Could be passive. Maybe is in dialogue exploration. Alright, so I can go back. Available experience is 130. How do I spend you? Cost of 5. And the costs do go up. 10 for the base, 30 for level 2. So 130 is gonna go by fast then. What if I go, say, investigator? Then that gives it social 2, putting up rhetoric and persuasion. Deductions up, technology up. Psychometry reveals interactions related to the memories of an item. Reveals anchor points in the environment that we could reach with blink. To move instantaneously for 3. Hunger. Access to presence as a dialogue choice. Presence +1. Prevents your opponent from focusing a skill. At the small cost of 2 hunger. Neat. How spread out is jack of all trades. 1s in everything except for education. I see. The discipline share between the both. Cost of 45. You really do just eat up to the experience. Alright. Let's give her. What does veteran do? Bit more on physical than social. Less on security, deduction, or education. But moves her towards celerity. Slow environment with celerity vision. No cost. Celerity interaction pickpocket. Available in this state. But can cost hunger. Let's give her veteran. We'll just go by profiles. Gives her more ability into social. Some into physical, though she has no intimidation. Intimidation skill and the celerity discipline. Alright. Apply it.
Carlson.
Come in, MM. I wanted to have a word with you.
What can I do for you?
I'm glad you're here. It's been a long time since we last saw each other. Tell me, where were you tonight?
Like everybody else, I suppose. At home, getting ready for the party.
How fortunate you weren't running early.
Why? What's happened?
You know what the Code Red means. There was a breach. This is intolerable. These agreements were supposed to celebrate the power of my court. Instead, I've been made to look a fool in the eyes of my allies. We'll have to increase our diplomatic efforts with the Warlocks. Send new emissaries to Osborne.
What's that got to do with me?
Don't you worry
so
about
far,
that
I
for
hear just a
now.
lot of complaints from the
We
boss.
have more urgent matters to attend to. We bring Journey to me.
Why? Or it's not